Hello, and welcome to my clinic. This is Kim's clinic, and I understand that you've been having trouble sleeping. So I have a few questions for you, and then we'll do a cranial nerve exam to help determine what might be causing your problems with sleeping. So, first of all, what's your name? Oh, that's a pretty name. And your date of birth. Okay. And how would you like to get the results of this exam? Would you like it mailed to you, or emailed to you, or text link so that you can access a private link? Okay, thank you. And what's your email? Very good. Okay, first of all, I just have a few questions, and I just want to explain a little bit to you about people that have trouble sleeping. Sometimes it means that you're a highly sensitive person or an HSP. Now, everyone needs sleep, of course, to be healthy and happy. And I wanted to know if you have any loud noises around your house when you're going to sleep. Okay. And are you the type of person that is uncomfortable or gets overwhelmed in large crowds? Yes, I understand. Now, do you also feel emotionally exhausted after being around a large group of people? Yes, that's one of the characteristics of highly sensitive people. And are you able, this is just your own perception, but are you able to scrutinize social interactions and perceive nonverbal cues? Okay, very good. And do you have a hard time moving on from relationships? That's just another sign of being highly sensitive. Yes, I understand. Another question is, are you uncomfortable with change? And just say, like, if you're at a new restaurant, it doesn't have to be a change of a relationship, but perhaps just a change, like going to a new restaurant. Does that make you feel just uncomfortable? Okay, I get that. And now everyone might be a little uncomfortable with conflict, but does it make you stress even after the conflict is over? Yes, very good. Now, some people perform best when they're under pressure. Are you the kind of person that does perform best under pressure? Or do you struggle when you're under pressure? Okay. And do you have issues like, do you find it hard to find time for self-care? Do you let people cross boundaries too easily and give up your own personal time perhaps too much? Okay. And I just have, let me just check this over here. Are you your own worst critic? Do you hold yourself, for example, to an unrealistic expectation? Okay, those are just some things for me to determine whether you're a highly sensitive person. Because people that are highly sensitive very often have trouble sleeping at night. They just have trouble unwinding and just relaxing. So I just have some now healthcare questions. Have you been having any stomach pain? Okay. What about back pain? I understand. What about pain in your arms or legs or joints like your knees, your ankles? Okay. Do you have problems with headaches? Just having, a headache once a week? How many times would you say you have a headache? Okay. What about chest pains? Do you ever experience, when you have anxiety, your chest just constricting and feeling a lot of pressure? Now, what about dizziness? Is that something that you are experiencing? Well, how often about would you say that you experience this sensation? Okay. Have you had any fainting spells? Okay. Do you experience feeling your heart race and pound in your chest? Yes, it can be serious, but it can also be a sign of just being a highly sensitive person. Yeah, we would have to do some examinations to determine the cause. Yes. That's too bad. Yeah, I understand. Do you ever experience a shortness of breath? Okay. What about nausea or indigestion? And about how often a week do you experience this? Okay. Okay. Do you have a low energy level or experience feeling tired? Not just at bedtime, but during the day? And how often would you say you experience that feeling? Okay. And now, you've said that you have trouble sleeping. Now, is that just when you initially lay down, or is it throughout the evening? When you're sleeping, do you wake up and have trouble falling back asleep? Okay. Okay. Now, I have some more questions, but let's see. Does anyone else in your family have the same problem with insomnia, or just trouble getting to sleep, or just not experiencing a good night's sleep? Okay. Okay. Yes. What about your brothers and sisters? Mm-hmm. And are they about the same age as you? Okay. see that you filled out this health questionnaire, and I have looked it over before you came in today. And thank you for doing that. That helps. Now, is there anything else you think that I might need to know? Like, is your job very stressful? Are you having problems in a relationship? Anything that might contribute to your trouble sleeping? Yes. Yeah, I understand that. That makes total sense, yes. What about, have you had any new pets? Or, do you have, say, a new puppy? A new puppy could create a lot of tension and stress. Okay. Okay. What about any recent dental work or any kind of unusual health care that you've had? Maybe not related to your physical self, but maybe, your teeth or maybe your eyes. Your eyesight can really affect your stress and headaches. Okay, none of that. Okay. All right. Now I might have a few more questions, but I wanted to just take a few minutes. And I've got this eye chart right behind me, right over here. Can you see this? Okay. I'm going to point to some of these letters, and I want you to just tell me if you can see them or not. Okay. Okay, so of course this one right here. Can you see that? What about this line here? Can you see any of those letters? Very good, very good. Let's just jump down a little bit now. Can you make out these right here? Any of them? Okay. Let's come back up here then. What about this? Any of those? Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now I'm just going to do a little, I'm just going to do a little light. I just want to see now. Can you see this light? Okay. Just want to see how your eyes react to it. Okay. Now, okay, you see that? All right. Let's just do it again. Come a little closer. This. There you go. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on. Let me come closer. Does that bother you? Is there any problem with that? Okay, does that make you feel nervous? Okay. I'm just going to show you some fingers of my hand, and I want you to tell me how many fingers I'm holding up. Okay? Now, how about now? Okay, now I'm going to I'm just going to make a sound at the side of your head, and I just want you to tell me if you hear it on the left side or the right side. Okay? Okay. And now. All right, that's very good. Now, I'm just going to look inside your mouth just to see if there's any sores or any kind of abrasions, because your mouth can get very infected and that can cause headaches and an infection that maybe you're unaware of. Okay? Now just relax. Can you say, oh, open wide? Okay. That looks fine. Okay, another thing that we could look at is your scalp, because very often you could have an abrasion or a small growth that is easy to take care of, but it can create an infection, and infections can cause headaches, or they can cause just internal problems that can make it difficult for you to get to sleep. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I understand. Okay. So now, I wanted to also try just a little test. Let me just bring this back. Okay. Now, I'm just going to tap very gently on one side of your face, and I want you to tell me if I'm using my finger. I want you to close your eyes, and then I'm going to just tap on your face, and I want you to tell me if it's my finger, just the skin of my finger, or if it's my fingernail. Now I'm going to touch very gently, so there's nothing to worry about. And no, it's not going to be a hard pressure. It's going to be very gentle. But I just would like you to tell me if you feel it on your forehead or your cheek, your chin. It's just to see if your senses are reacting appropriately. Okay, I'm just going to come close, and is it okay now if I touch you? Okay. Now close your eyes. Okay. Do you feel that? Okay, which side did you feel it on? Okay. And now just tell me where I'm touching. Okay. good. Okay, now. Okay. Now over here. Yeah, very good. Okay. Now, am I touching my fingernail or my fingertip? Okay. Okay, now open your eyes and let me look in your eyes. I just want to make sure your eyes are dilating properly. Okay. Very good. Okay. Now. Yes. Yes, you're doing everything just fine. Everything looks good so far. But we have a few more questions and a few more little tests. Nothing complicated, nothing to worry about. Just some basic determining little things that you can tell me that will give me an insight to why you might be having trouble sleeping so that we can come up with a solution. Okay? All right. Very good. Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. Just perfect. Okay. So, now, you had said that you were having headaches, and that's why I wanted to really just find out a little bit more about your eyesight. Okay, as you see, I've got glasses, and okay, you do use reading glasses? Okay. And how long have you used those? Let me just take a few notes. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And when was the last time you had a new prescription? Okay. Yeah, that's very typical. Okay. Well, if you could, it would be wonderful if you could send me that prescription just so I could take a look at it. Okay? Great. Well, I can request it directly from your doctor if you'd like. Okay. And your doctor's name? Okay. And is he here in town? Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay, I can look that up. I can have my assistant look it up. And have you been eating any new foods, like gone on a diet recently? You know, there's a lot of diets that aren't very good for you. Okay? No new diets. Okay. What about a new exercise program? Okay. Yeah, that's very good. And how often are you doing that? 3 times a week? That's perfect. Okay. Yeah, that could have an effect on your sleep pattern. You know, when you're getting your heart all excited. What time of the day are you doing that? Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a good time to do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some people go work out late at night and then come home and want to go right to sleep. And it takes your body sometimes, you know, a little while just to calm down. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So, are you taking any vitamins? If not a prescription, but a vitamin. Okay. Yeah, I do that too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. You know, there's so many things that can affect your sleep. It can be just an unusual noise that's going on in the neighborhood, or it could be, yeah. I've tried those sound waves too, like the sounds of the ocean, or just having some background noise. Yeah, soft, soothing sounds. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yes, sometimes it can really help. And just having maybe a dim light late at night can be very soothing. Mm-hmm. Or, one of the things you could do is just not have any kind of conflict kind of shows that you watch late at night. Yeah, I love to read late at night, and that helps me fall asleep. Mm-hmm. But you might want to make sure you're reading something soothing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Well, yeah, that could very much have an effect. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Sometimes, I love true crime too, but late at night, it might be not a great idea to listen to it late at night. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm going to review this information you've given me, but I do have a few things I'd like to suggest. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, that would be perfect. I think that not listening to true crime, yeah, at least not late at night. Yes. Perhaps putting on soothing music late at night instead of a true crime podcast, that might help. Or just eating a little earlier, eating your dinner a little earlier in the evening, just so that your body's not digesting it as you go to sleep. Mm-hmm. Yes. And if you could try to take a walk in the early evening when you get off work, yeah, that can make a big difference. Mm-hmm. And if you can make it to a park to do that walk, or some soothing area for you, not on the busy streets. Yeah, those can be stressful. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, and then I would like to review that prescription from your eye doctor. Mm-hmm. And I might want to talk with him too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that could be very beneficial, just to make sure there's nothing going on with your eyesight that might be affecting your sleep. Mm-hmm. And the headaches, those are concerning me, so I'm going to just say that I think if you had, one of the questions I didn't ask was, are you drinking coffee in the evening? Okay, that can also affect whether or not you get to sleep. You might want to try a decaffeinated tea. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and try not to have sugar in it. Maybe even just a teaspoon of honey might be better than processed sugar. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be perfect. Yes. Okay, let me just go over this a little bit more just for 1 second. Yeah, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, one of the other things I would like to suggest is that you try getting a massage once a month at least, and if you can't do it, even every week. Yeah, I know, it's very difficult to find the time and the finances. Yeah, but sometimes your work will give you a benefit of, some insurance that you might have through work can give you a benefit of a self-care massage. Yes, sorry about that. Yeah, I just think that having some time for yourself. A massage is very beneficial. And then the soothing music, and maybe a warm cup of tea. And you might want to even try putting a little milk in your tea. Okay, let me just review this really quickly. Okay, I am a little concerned about the indigestion. Yeah, if you don't eat anything spicy in the evening, that would be good. So we've gone over the headaches and the indigestion, and we're trying to deal with the sleep. So how many hours a night are you sleeping? Okay. Yeah, we want to try to get that up a little bit. Yeah, one of the things you can try is just taking some herbs like elderberry. Sorry, just getting some messages. Some of my charts have come in. Yeah, I need to review more about these prescriptions that you've got. Yeah, but you can always try like to have some soothing dandelion tea. You can even make it yourself. All you need to do is roast the roots and then just boil those. Yeah, it's a very savory kind of tea. Yeah, it reminds me of artichokes. So, yeah, I love artichokes. So, you do too? Okay, that's good. Yeah, and it's very healthy. Okay. Another thing is, if you've started having a different hairstyle, you know, I see that you've got your hair down right now, but if you pull it back really tight when you're working like in a, maybe a head cap or, yeah, that can bother your head and can create stress. Okay. Yeah, I understand completely. Sometimes we have to wear certain gear at work. Okay. So maybe just loosen it a bit and see if that helps at all, because you can start getting a lot of pressure on your scalp, which can create headaches. Yeah, that's true. Now, one of the things I'd like you to do before you leave today is stop out at the front desk and ask my assistant to take a picture of you, because I'd like to, just over the next couple months while we're working on this, be able to see if there's any change in your appearance, the color of your skin. All these things can make a big difference in your health. Your skin is one of your largest organs, and so if you're having rashes or, you know, a little breaking out, that can be a sign of something bothering you internally, and it's coming. Yeah. So just stop out at the front desk and ask. Yes, she'll be happy to take a photograph. Yeah, and I'll add that to your chart, and that way the next time you come in, we can take another picture. It makes it a nice record to just be able to see if there's any change in appearance. Okay. And are you wearing contacts at all? I know that you're using reading glasses, but okay. Yeah, that's very important. Yeah, I'll talk with your doctor about that. Okay. Yeah, so do you feel like some of these suggestions might help? Like, they're very simple, but sometimes we just don't notice them ourselves. Like, you may have been listening to true crime podcasts every night for years, and suddenly it may be just creating a little more stress than what you can handle. Yeah, a lot of people have trouble dealing with stress right now. Well, say if you're driving to work rather than working from home suddenly, yeah, that can make a big difference, because we all know that traffic can be very stressful. Okay, yeah. So one of the things you might want to try is, instead of driving, you might want to try taking, well, you can ride your bike, but if that's too stressful, because of the traffic, you could take the bus, and then you don't have to deal with the traffic. Yeah, I know, it can be difficult. It's just a suggestion. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to write down a few of these suggestions for you and have you take these with you, and then I'd like to see you in 3 weeks. Yeah, just to follow up and see if any of the suggestions are helping. Yeah, they might just be just what you need. Sometimes slight changes can make a big difference. Well, like, say, for example, I used to carry a purse to work, and I would wear it on my left shoulder, and I was having shoulder pain, and I didn't associate it with the purse. I know. You'd think of that first off, but we all get so busy and doing so much. Sometimes we just don't see the obvious, and we can make a slight little change that can make all the difference in our lives. Yeah. Okay, so one is to have soothing music at night. And then a nice cup of hot tea, a decaffeinated tea. And you can add milk to it, but try not to have sugar. Yeah. Okay. And I'd like you to try to at least go on a walk 3 times a week. Yeah. And the exercise, I want you to keep doing what you're doing. And I'm just going to jot down here that I'd like you to send me that prescription from your eye doctor. Or at least I'll probably have to send you a release to give authority for me to get it directly from your... Okay, yeah, that would be perfect. Okay. Another one is to just try taking the bus to work a couple days. Yeah, over the next 3 weeks, just see if that lowers your stress level. Okay. Yeah, and if you get the chance to try dandelion tea, maybe on the weekend, if you don't have easy access to dandelion tea, maybe just on the weekend. Okay. And then I'd like to really recommend that you talk with your HR benefits person at work and see if one of your benefits is to get a massage. Yeah, I may be able to prescribe that too if it's not already a benefit. But if it's already a benefit, let's just look into that, okay? Okay. 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 no conflict kind of shows late at night, okay? Yeah. I mean, like, if you're watching a baking show, I love baking shows. Now, I know you might like something else, but maybe you want to watch a symphony or something soothing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then my last recommendation would just be that you try to lay down like a half hour before you want to go to sleep. So you're giving yourself some time to unwind at the end of the day. Okay. So, and then also my last little bit was just to try to take some immune boosting herbs like or vitamins, or let me know if you have some that you're taking. Yes. I think elderberry is a very easy one on your stomach. And no spicy food late at night, okay? So those are my basic suggestions, and I'm also going to look at your, as I said, your prescription. Yeah. And then I'll see you in 3 weeks, and we'll see how you're doing, if any of these things have made any difference. And I really enjoyed talking with you today. From everything I've seen, it looks like you're doing fine. It's just probably some little things we have to tweak. Yeah. Yeah, these little things can make a big difference. Okay. So I'll see you soon, and don't forget to stop out at the front desk and have a photo taken. Yeah, you can ask for a copy. Okay. Thank you so much for coming in today, and I look forward to seeing you real soon. Okay. Alrighty. Bye-bye. Come up here, Sofi. Where's the Sofi? Where's this?